What's up, everybody? It's Brandon Jones. We are here at the Monument Health Sports and Fitness Institute powered by EXOS. And I've got some of the trainers here with me. I'll let you guys introduce yourself. Maybe let's start all the way over there.
Um, my name is Jason. Been a coach here now for over 2 years.
Nice. Hey, my name's Kyle. Whenever I'm talking to this guy in his drawstring, it's because I am his
You just
microphone.
let it hang there.
But
I think it'll
nonetheless, no, I've been coaching here for about 5 years.
cool.
Yeah, my name is Chris. I have been here for about 6 years.
Cool. 6 years. So you've been here the longest?
Mm-hmm.
It shows. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So what do you guys, we've done a podcast. We've all kind of chatted together and stuff for the most part, minus you because you've been here too long.
Yeah.
But they
It's that beat down look in my eyes.
No, but it's kind of cool to be able to sit here so people can kind of see the gym. You can kind of see almost all of it upstairs. Back up over here is you guys got a lot more machines, treadmills, bikes, things like that. And then obviously behind us, you could see the turf, some of the equipment we get to use. I just got done with a class, so I'm tired. But yeah, no, it was good. Well, you guys have so much more than the class like I just did. There's other programming and stuff. Can we talk about some of those?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, it's there's for what we offer has kind of that strength and resistance training kind of bias towards it, but in the robust world of everything we offer, having different elements of fitness or training is better in the long run for performance, injury, everything through there. So yeah, you're right on where that adult class you take is kind of our flagship program, but we're through our different classes or our different coaches, we can kind of cater to a lot of different populations, needs, everything through there. So
I'm going to tell a little bit about what each one of us does, like Jason with your kettlebell
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah, I can just touch on that. So we offer a kettlebell class 5 times a week, Monday through Thursday and Saturday mornings. It's about 30 minutes, and it's just centered around training strength, training muscular endurance, training cardiovascular endurance with kettlebells.
Yeah.
So if you come regularly, you'll start to get comfortable and proficient with movements that are like unique and kind of foundational to kettlebell training, and get a killer workout in 30 minutes. So if you're short on time, or it's the end of they're usually in the evening. So if it's at the end of the day and you just need something quick that's going to hit, try that class out.
Yeah. So what do you think makes the kettlebell so popular? I mean, because it's kind of it seems like in a lot of different workouts you'll see it in a lot of different programs, but it's so useful. I know we use it a lot.
Yeah. So I think one, the simplicity in terms of it's like one object that you need, or a pair at most, and you can get a complete workout with a little creativity too. And then second, I think it provides another level of accessibility for certain movements that otherwise people might not be able to do. Like some people probably can't squat with a barbell on their back, but they can do a goblet squat with a kettlebell, or deadlift a barbell. It's really easy to learn proper deadlift technique with a kettlebell, from a coaching perspective. And the ability to sort of combine themes of fitness, like muscular endurance and strength, into one workout just by kind of changing the programming but using the same implement too.
Yeah.
Like you could train your cardiovascular system with swings. I mean, you could train power with heavy low rep swings. The same. So I think those things, and people like to hear that they can get in 30 minutes and get a good workout too.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of that one, is like, especially at the end of the day, you can come in 30 minutes after work and just knock that one out pretty quick.
I know for me, it's like 30 minutes would be cool. Even this class, I mean, what is it, 50 minutes-ish, And it's nice I like the middle of the day. I didn't think I'd be a midday gym guy. I always thought I'd be a morning, but I came to the morning class and realized it wiped me out for the rest of the day. Like I wasn't as good as it is. Some people love it.
Yeah.
It gets them going for the day. For me, I was like, whoa, it's a little too early for me. And I'm a morning person, but apparently not at the gym. But like even 50 minutes or 30 minutes, my job is just sitting around all day. And if you could, at the end of the day, hit that class and be like, all right, I did something today.
Yep.
Yeah. What other classes were there?
Or
yeah.
either way, so we talked about our adult class, but in conjunction with that, we do a lot of group X classes I'm referring to things like our cycle and spin classes.
Yeah.
We offer a variety of different kind of like yoga and Pilates classes. We have a new mobility kind of based course, which is actually happening on the turf behind us right now. It's called an FRC course, which is more of it's a mobility course, but it's more than just stretching. I'll put it that way, where you'll get more mobile, but you might break a sweat doing it. So whether that's more any of the classes that may cater towards movement quality and like resistance training, or more cardiovascular endurance, or for the mobility and the meditative stage, so like some of the Pilates and yoga stuff. And then besides that, a lot of work with athletes too. Like this gym, you can see all the equipment was built well to work with athletes. Chris works with a lot of our athletes, so we can kind of like we use a lot of this technology and equipment in a pretty neat way to kind of cater to those kids too.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I run our youth and high school sports performance. So 10 to 18 years old, they can come up to 5 times a week, and we get after it in here. So that's mainly what I do, is working with the youth, high school, and then sometimes when we get some college kids that come in on their own, we'll work with them as well, and kind of we'll split up who they work with depending on their schedule and stuff like that. But we pretty much work with everybody.
Yeah, it's cool. I remember, I think the first time I came into this gym, I want to say there was an Olympic athlete in here who did the luge or something.
Oh, bobsled.
Yeah,
Martin.
bobsled.
Martin.
Yeah, I remember like thinking, one, he looked pretty physically tough. He's looking fit, but it wasn't like wild until he started doing some box jumps over here. And then it was like, wait, what? Because he was jumping boxes that were like his height, and he's like a 6-foot dude. And so like I was like, all right, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like we're all over here doing like, a kettlebell swing. Mine's like the little blue one, and he's like, 6 foot in the air. I'm like, okay, everybody got their goals.
We can teach you how to levitate if you're good enough.
Yeah, it's like, wow, the guy was wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good. That was pretty cool.
But that's a lot of the stuff that we talk about, where it's more than just the fitness and the working out piece, where there's the objective training, and we're like a lot of the same stuff that you might see that kid, box jumping that big old box doing. Like Chris and us are going to work on getting faster, changing direction, jump height. So all those things that factor into making them better on the field. So it's more so than just like a nice place to work out, but the coaching staff, with all of us, kind of have a bit of an athletic background or a history of working with that kind of population too. So that helped. But we, at the same time, we're not going to train you like we train the kid jumping on the boxes, right? Like we know enough to distinguish between this and that, and know that we kind of to meet you where you're at.
I think for me, being kind of an outsider coming in here, I think that's one of the pluses of this gym, just from an outsider's point of view, is like, you aren't just trainers like, let's train Brandon to lift as much as he needs to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or The Rock, which I get that a lot anyways.
Combo of the two.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not just that. You guys are very good at individual, like, hey, this person is off the couch having troubles walking, maybe even just riding a bike. They want to get to that goal. That guy, girl, that's like, I'm having troubles just walking the stairs at work. To the guy that is the Olympic athlete, and everybody in between. And I think that's what is really cool about this place.
No, I agree. That's
I was just gonna say, I think as a coach, like part of your trainer, whatever you want to call it, part of your job is finding where to meet each individual where they're at, because you're only going to get buy-in initially, and then like long term, because ideally, we always have longevity and health in mind with training too, is for them to make a personal connection and care about their own health and fitness, because we all know we're supposed to do this and supposed to do that, but it's another thing to enact it actually, and there has to be some sort of like internal drive, I think. And so as a coach, like meeting the person where they're at is important in that sense.
Finding what drives them. Like, that's one of like EXOS's big things, is like their mantra is like getting you ready for the moments that matter to you. So like the things that are going to matter to you. So like, why do you want to do this? Like, what's your goal? Like, and then that kind of, we kind of talk to you, figure that out. And then that drives kind of like some of the pieces of the training.
Yeah. It's huge. That's cool. So if there's somebody listening, they get signed up. I know talking on the radio about it, I'm always like, just Google EXOS Rapid City, EXOS Rapid City. it's the first thing that comes up when they call or they email or whatever they do to get a hold of you guys. What are their next steps?
I think the simplest thing would be just to come to the facility and talk with us in person. Like we can have a tour, we can go around the building and kind of a little bit of orientation for how the equipment works. But that also gives us a chance to just have a conversation because we talk about meeting where you're at, where if our job is to get somebody from where they are to where they want to be, there's going to be some time to kind of get to know each other, like get to know you, what's important to you, what are your wants, your goals, and do that as well. That allows us to kind of make better decisions in the workout with what we might want to do. But the first steps coming in through there, I would say we're located on by that intersection of Catron and Mount Rushmore, kind of near Black Hills Energy. Pop in the door. You can welcome to walk in and just speak to one of us, and we can kind of give you the next steps. But we ask all our members to download an app on a smartphone. So if you're comfortable doing that, have your phone with you. We can walk through that process, talk about different membership options, and kind of start to develop a bit of a pathway for what classes you might be interested in. Kind of what's the best way we can help you and work through that way. So,
Yeah.
And everybody gets a free week, so
yeah,
no commitment. Just come in, check it out.
That's right. That's awesome. You come into these classes. I've gone to the gym on and off my whole life. I think even starting in high school, but like I've never been able to kick my own butt or work out like I can in a class setting. Which I never thought I'd be that guy. I was always the dude. Put my headphones in, go to the gym, do something, and then leave. I say do something because, like, honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing. So it's like, I'm just trying to be honest, and like, you guys are professionals, and that's who we work out with in the class. You're showing us how to do it, the right way to do it. I'm at the gym going, I don't know. I'm gonna load up as much weight as I can and lift it, a couple sets. I don't know. And then when I'm tired, I'm gonna leave. And that's not the case in the class. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's this girl's kicking my butt today. I gotta, like, for real, I gotta keep up with her. And it was like, it's just your natural instinct. Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah.
So you guys talked about like the spin classes and things like that. Are those, once they download the app, that stuff is all on there, and or you could see it online too, right? Different schedules and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct. Our schedule is posted in our app, and if you go in our apps in the App Store and you keyword search Sports Performance Institute, you'll see like a navy blue app with like the diamond Monument M as a background. That's the app we want to download. That will have our class schedule kind of hour by hour, day by day. So that's kind of downloading that app or just coming up here to speak with us is the first step to kind of getting the ball rolling.
After they get the ball rolling, they commit. Yep. You kind of find out what are maybe the next steps after that.
I would say just show up and be coachable and to start doing it. Like,
jump in a class.
Action is what's going to motivate you. Don't be intimidated as best you can if you're new to, a gym or a new class. Everyone is there, to have a good time. We work hard, but it's also like, this is people's like time for themselves. They feel good and work hard. And we're there to, facilitate you to have a good initial experience when you start taking classes. I think a lot of people, in my experience, both teaching classes and personal training clients, is that if someone is not a person who is familiar with the gym or has had that kind of lifestyle, I feel like there's like prerequisites they have to meet before they hire a coach or go to a class, as if, there's a baseline. And I will say, aside from being medically cleared to exercise and healthy, there is no prereq. So don't look at yourself that way. Just show up and we'll meet you where you're at, basically.
Yeah, and that includes changing up some of the exercises if needed. We might give you a different version of a squat if you can't do the type of squat that we're looking for, or you got some pain or something going on. It's like we're ready in the moment to flip something on its head and give you something that'll work for you. So, like you said, there's no barrier.
No, I've seen that in live action. I've even looked through that myself. Like, I heard my knees were sore. I'm like, well, I don't know about these, squats or this. Like, we were doing back lunges, I think, and it was kind of eating me up. And we changed it up, did something a little easier that still worked out the muscles, still felt like I was getting a good workout, but it wasn't so hard on the knees. What do you think the biggest misconception is of this gym, if there is one? you think from the public, maybe, I don't know. In my mind, I think personally, and I don't work here, but it'd be like they think it's just Monument
Right.
employees
Yeah.
or something.
I would
Like
say
it's
the biggest misconception is that it's not open to the public.
Yeah,
which
that's
it
what I mean.
is.
Yeah.
They think it's just part of the hospital or whatever, or physical therapy, or no, it's like we're open to everybody.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean, I agree. That was going to be my go-to answer. I don't know. I'm like, what other misconceptions have you heard about?
Nothing. That's the only one. The trainers are weird. No, I'm just kidding. No.
That's true. That's not a misconception.
No, but I think that's it. A lot of people just think, oh, you could work. They've said, oh, you can work out there. I don't work at the Monument. I'm
Also,
like,
yeah,
doesn't
that
matter.
or it is a lot of emphasis on sports, but it's not just a sports performance gym. Though the name
Yeah.
might imply
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like,
Which is definitely what you guys are great at.
for sure.
But just like we talked
I
about,
just meant like you don't
previously,
have to be on a team or
Yeah.
competing in a sport to work out here.
I'm on a team, a sofa team. No, I'm just kidding. You're trying to get off of that sofa team. No, but let's see, what else can we chat about? I mean, because you're open 6 days a week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hours Monday through Friday, we're open 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. And we're open a little bit Saturday morning from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I would be remiss without saying you can purchase like an access card. There's a one-time fee of $50 that can get you in on Sunday when we're not open or later in the day. It's not 24/7, but it can get you in until like 10 o'clock at night on Saturday and Sunday, so we're not open. So, but yes, classes, coach-led classes, we're here Monday through Friday, and then a little bit Saturday morning.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's cool. I mean, I like it here. I think even coming here, if you wanted to work out, maybe, I've seen people come in with their kids and their kids are shooting basketball. They're getting their workout in. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it was, if you're like, man, I can't work out because I'm watching my 10-year-old. Let them shoot some hoops while you're getting a workout in. But I like the durability of this place, having the turf, throwing the football around, or just playing horse or pig or whatever. It's something. It gets the blood flowing, and it's different than other gyms, that are just packed up. Here's some equipment, use it. You got to drag it out and move it, that kind of thing. This is a really, really nice gym. The equipment, like, I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's pneumatic, but there's a compressor. It's actually fairly quiet, but we're sitting right by it,
Yep.
so it's really quiet. But I mean, like, those kinds of things. I've never worked out at a gym this nice.
This is strength training in the 21st century. We can get a lot of data to help us make better decisions. But it is neat. We have that air compressor that can do. We can use compressed air as a form of resistance, which is something that not a lot of other places can do. But so it's a neat trick. It's a neat tool. We use it a lot in classes.
Yeah, that's sweet. Anything else you guys want to touch on? Anything new? You guys got any new classes since maybe the last time we've chatted?
The newest one is that FRC mobility course that's happening kind of behind us. That's really about we're transitioning into fall, and I know a lot of sports kind of rotate around seasons, but we offer our sports performance classes and our adult classes year round, all the time. So we don't, we'll kind of consider and make changes through the holidays and the schedule stuff, but you don't need to wait on your season to be over or worry about timing. Like we're throughout the whole year. So.
Oh yeah, and I'll say we've switched up a little bit of like our sports performance offering for those kids that go in season but still want to be training a little bit here and there, but they can't necessarily justify paying the full monthly price if they're only going to be coming like once or twice a week. So we're doing packages of sessions, like for those kids that are in season. We're going to be offering those a couple times a year, where where a family can purchase a package of sessions, and then their kid can use them when they can throughout the season. That way, they can come in and still, maintain those levels of strength that they gained in the off season and things like that. Just keep them healthy while they're competing.
Yeah, maybe change it from off-season workouts to like a mobility and keeping yourself healthy while you're in the grind of football. Like football right now, probably like a big high school, college sport going on.
Oh yeah,
right
and
now.
whenever I've got kids in my class that are in season, I do what we call load management for them. So they're doing, they're not doing as much sprinting as everybody else. They're not doing as much as many sets or as many reps as everybody else when we're in the strength stuff. And then if you're in season with me, you're not doing any conditioning in the gym because you're getting all of your conditioning practicing and playing on the field. So we kind of make sure that we're, especially for those young athletes, that we're the main goal is keeping them healthy so that they can continue to play.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Again,
man.
Google search EXOS. First thing that comes up. Get in here, stop in, download the app, be a part of this place. It's next level training. You can find out. You can get off the couch, out of the wheelchair. You can come in if you are a runner and you're like, why can I not? I can't seem to get over this hump, or whatever your thing is. Come in and check these guys out. Get to that next step in your goals or your life, and figure out, unlock yourself, unleash the beast.
That's it.
Yeah. Sweet.
Thanks,
man,
man.
thank you guys so much.
Appreciate it.
Take a look at this gym. It looks way cooler in person. I don't know what it looks like on the phone, but it's way cooler. It is cooler in person, so get in here. Cool.
Thanks, dude.
Man, see you.